Hello everyone, Cody from Comics Down.
Or Cody Cosco.
Yesterday was free comic book day and me and the missus went to one store together, but I went to another one, try to take advantage of it. This is Abby, or Schmabby. She's super happy. She's a good dog. I was wanting to show you what we got yesterday. We'll just start with the free stuff first. Everybody wants to complain about comic book day and say that they don't really give that many good stories out. You shouldn't really look at it as free comic books. I mean, they're samplers. It's a free sample day. There's stuff that you normally wouldn't buy. My particulars.
It's a good way to find new stuff.
It's a good way to find new stuff. Yes. About 5 blocks away is my LCS, which is the multiverse. And they're very good. Harvey is a really nice guy up there. And
free food.
And there was free food, which is always a plus. First off, we have, they were giving out the old DC Nation, even though I paid 25 cents earlier this week for one. But they gave us a couple of copies of that. This is an older one. I think this was from a few years back, but I know it's an older Avengers, all new, all different Avengers. This is the SJW Avengers stuff. The next one is Spectrum. I've never read this one before, but it looked interesting. The art on the inside is really pretty.
I picked that one up.
My wife actually picked it out, and I agreed with her. It had really beautiful art in it. Looked kind of anime-ish. This is another one she picked out. It's a 2016 mixtape.
I got that for the squirrels.
Yeah, she likes fighting squirrels.
Go to the page with the squirrels.
The superhero, or the
See?
Squirrel Warriors.
Super squirrels. I don't like new Squirrel Girl, by the way.
Yeah. She's a fan of the old Squirrel Girl. You know, which still looked about half decent. I picked this out for her, Tank Girl. It kind of reminds me of her a little bit. Here's another one she picked out, Invasion. Look through it. I know this was from Harley Day, like from the Harley Quinn Day, but they were there anyways. And this is by has a Adventures on it. That's interesting. Here's another one, a Wonder Woman Day. I think they were trying to get rid of some back stock there. Some stuff that was laying around. Here's one. I got this one from Generation X, which is in Euless. And it was kind of the end of the day, so they just let me take whatever I wanted, basically. This is Secret Wars number 0. And man, I was really looking at this cover last night, and like, I have the Secret War, like the full run of Secret Wars and stuff. I was looking at, and then they were like even SJWing this up, like they were like a SJW Redcon or something, and went in here and kind of, you know, had the, you know, Miles Morales and the Falcon, Captain America in there, Lady Thor. But over here they had, you know, they put all the original superheroes on the back of the book. You know, you got Captain here, you know, you got Tony, you got Thor, you got Hulk. He's like the smallest guy on the cover. Hyperion. I don't even know who Hyperion's killing right now, but and look, I don't even know who this is. It's like a lady Captain America right here.
Girl Captain.
Yeah.
Huh.
But you know, like all the originals are on the back, and they're like, it's like they're fighting against the new ones.
There's Black Panther at the top.
Yeah, you got T'Challa actually turned into a panther. It looks like. The next one we have the Scooby-Doo team up, and I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan from my childhood. And fun fact, my wife once did a clog dance
Shut up.
to a Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Where Are You? It was the greatest thing ever. But yeah, I haven't read it yet, but it's a fun little sample of a book. Another one, we have an Archie, Afterlife with Archie comics, variant number 1, the Generation X variant. It actually has a story in it. That's actually pretty neat.
That's kind of cool.
We got a Batman, the 10-cent adventure. It's a lot. I'll tell you, the 10-cent adventure is a lot better than the $4.99 adventures they've been trying to push on us nowadays. This is an older storyline. This is Divergence. We got this from Generation X also. Like I said, they're just trying to get rid of some stuff. But this one actually looked pretty decent. Justice League. Yeah, I guess they had a day of it, but it's from this year. Had an Invincible 118, which doesn't that just sum it all up nowadays?
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never really read much of the Invincible stories, but I've heard good things. I got this just because it looks extremely SJW, and it's Overwatch. I know Overwatch is a video game. I don't play very many video games. Never have. I think my video game playing stopped at Super Nintendo or 64. I had 64 for like 3 weeks, and then it got stolen, and that was the end of my video gaming. But I am planning on getting a PlayStation here pretty quick. This one is from Halloween Comic Fest, and it's a Grim Tales of Terror. And I actually read this last night, and it was pretty good. You know, as far as like a short horror story goes, it was about a little boy. He's scared of the boogeyman. And his parents keep telling him there's nothing to be scared of, nothing to be scared of. And then eventually, through sleep deprivation, and at one point, look at this message. They actually start trying to drug the kid, to make him go to sleep. But he doesn't take the drugs. And continues, and the boogeyman keeps whispering in his ear and whispering in his ear. And then, eventually, he snaps and kills his parents. The parents that didn't believe him. But then he goes and lives with the boogeyman.
What?
Which is kind of creepy. Because, look at this guy. Look at it. He looks like...
Yeah. No, thank you. How old is this kid?
He's like, I don't know. They never said his age, but he's young. He's on the young side. So, I don't know what the moral of this story is. You kill your parents and go and live with a pedophile.
Ugly.
But this was from Xenoscope, and it's Grim Tales of Terror. I keep seeing that stuff at the LCS, and I haven't really.
Who's the chick?
It's just a cover chick.
Oh. Okay.
She wasn't even in the story. That's usually how Xenoscope does things. So we put like a hot chick on the cover to try to draw them in, and there's a few of them that actually the hot chicks are in the book or whatnot. But it was good horror. I didn't really see it coming. The kid snapping and killing his parents. I thought that was kind of gruesome. This is Vampirella number 0. It was actually pretty good. Basically, the story is these people are running from vampires, and they go and wake a vampire up to save them, but they ended up having to kill themselves to wake her up. I don't know. It was interesting. This is a True Believers Wolverine X-23. I've actually wanted the original of this really bad. I always thought it was a cool cover. This basically goes into the Shadow Man. I guess this is kind of the new Valiant Shadow Man series. I know they're like on Shadow Man #2 right now, if I remember correctly from the other day. I was gonna check it out, see what. I read this book last night, and this is Silver #1, and it's all black and white, but it's kind of like an Ocean's 11 heist comic, and at the very end, like, the twist is like he finds this, he's like trying to escape all these cops and stuff while robbing this museum, and he ends up finding this underground cave, and he finds this book and a piece of silver, like a piece of a broken sword or something. He starts reading this book, and I guess he's gonna start trying to find, I guess the way it's gonna be laid out, I think, is like gonna keep looking for more treasure, but he finds that there's like vampires in the world and stuff, and he has to find this chick with the silver sword. Like, that was like a big thing that he kept coming back. Like, this little boy in the kitchen was like, look for the woman with the silver sword, and like that's how he found the cave. It was like this little statue of an angel with a silver sword, and he turned it and found the cave. You know, coincidence, because everything's a coincidence, I guess. The Illuminati's a coincidence, I guess. Here's another True Believer. I got this from Generation X. I always like this cover too. It's Wolverine and the X-Men #1, True Believers. And it's basically Wolverine's running school, and you know, they had somebody come, and you know, they were trying to, and some shenanigans happened. I like the True Believer stuff. I like that they're selling them for $1. You know, I think Marvel needs to, you know, because I know this True Believer stuff is actually pretty popular, you know, because people don't like paying $5 for a comic book nowadays. I mean, it's kind of breaking the bank, especially for a dying medium, you know, and the industry would be a lot healthier. You know, I mean, I understand paper's expensive, ink's expensive, you know, but I think a lot of that price in there is some of their inflated egos. And I love Marvel. Always have. Next up, we have an Image book, and it's a Barrier #1. And I know nothing about this thing. I just thought it looked like a scene from Area 51.
It has something to do with aliens.
And I thought, you know, me and the missus, we watch a lot of Area 51 and Alien.
I picked it up.
YouTubes, and she picked this up, and it looks interesting. I'll read it. This here is a reprint of a Mighty Thor comic, and it's basically going over like the first appearance of Hela and stuff. I know it had the covers of the old ones in there. Their Journey into Mystery 102, which is the first appearance of Hela. And that's what this is basically.
What is the front?
Oh, yeah. Let me show you that. Journey into Mystery 102, which is the first appearance of Hela.
What is the front of that book? Okay.
And apparently this one came from the Halloween Comic Fest too, but this was one of the bigger books for Free Comic Book Day. And it was Nick Spencer's Amazing Spider-Man. I have mixed emotions about this. As happy as I am that Dan Slott is moving on and trying his luck with something else, I'm not sure if I'm completely sold on Nick Spencer being the writer for Spider-Man. And I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Always have been. I mean, some of the art, I like some of the art in here. You know, it's kind of anime-y, but like the way he comes off is a little dumb in some points. like the dialogue as far as that is. But I mean, here's some of the big splash page, number one. Like the Venom there. Looks like Venom's got Down syndrome. He's like, I mean, I know that's nothing to laugh about. I mean, Down syndrome is a horrible affliction. But yeah, I'm not completely sold on it yet. And we're definitely gonna have to see some other stuff by him. On to the stuff that we purchased. And these, and like Captain Cummins was saying the other day, yeah, Free Comic Book Day is just a ploy to bring in customers. But what's wrong with that? The industry's hurting. Comic book stores are closing at an all-time rate. It's ridiculous. And like I tweeted earlier today to Diversity in Comics, that yesterday is what comic book stores should look like every day. People should be knocking down the door to these comic book stores for your material. This is a DC book. It's got David Finch cover, which David Finch is like one of my favorite artists. And it's a classic Superman Flash race, and it's gorgeous. A couple things. Last week was, the Superman 1000, so they put all the Superman on basically all the DC covers. And I thought that was one of my favorites. The next book is Lockjaw number 3. Diversity Comics kind of gave, well, I saw the video that he did on this, and he gave it kind of a bad review. I got it mainly just because it was, a cover swipe of Amazing Fantasy 15. I thought it was a neat looking cover. But, I was kind of thumbing through it, and you know what? This book isn't meant to be serious. It's goddamn Spider-Ham, It's meant to be fucking slapstick and stupid. And that's what it was. So, I thought it was good. Next book, I got a lot of these books because Multiverse had 35% off on a lot of this week's new books. So, I kind of got some books that I weren't kind of sold on yet, but were kind of interested in. But I got the second, the number 2, the New Mutants Dead Souls, and I'm a huge New Mutants fan. Next one I got was Hunt for Wolverine. I said I wasn't going to get this book, but, discounted, so I did. And I haven't read it yet. I've already seen a bunch of reviews on it, but I thought this was one of the cooler covers they had. They had another one with Venom on it, but I like that one. Okay, and this is a kind of a connecting book to Hunt for Wolverine. This is Hunt for Wolverine, The Weapon Lost. This is the Daredevil searching for Wolverine. He's kind of teamed up with Misty Knight and some other dude I've never even heard of, but they're trying to locate Wolverine. And it's kind of funny. They go and find what's his name? The mutant that can control Cypher. Yeah, they go and find Cypher, and he's like fucking all hooked into the internet, and he looks like a total freaking nut job. Like he's like trying to find the truth in the internet, and he's kind of lost his mind, and he goes at him with a laser rifle. But yeah, next book is Amazing Spider-Man, $7.99. Is that cool Alex Ross cover? But Alex Ross does like every cover for this line, which is kind of ridiculous. And I'm kind of with everybody, kind of getting burnt out on Alex Ross. It's like Alex Ross art used to be so beautiful, like because it was a rarity, like to see somebody actually, paint superheroes like that. But now that they put his artwork on every cover, it burns you out, you know. And this is the new Avengers #1 that they just came out with. They've brought Jennifer Walters back to Green She-Hulk. Miss Marvel over here with her guy haircut. You got Gold Arm Thor.
She still looks hot though.
Yeah, they were going really trying to turn her into a man not too long ago.
Oh.
But you got the Black Panther. You got basically everyone that sells books on here. And yeah, I haven't read it yet. I thought this looked interesting. This is from Eterna Comics, and this is Go West. The heads will roll. I just thought it looked cool. It was $1.50. This, like Diversity in Comics is saying, Eterna Comics business plan is genius. They just need some. I'm not saying that their writing is bad or anything like that, but they need some more talent. Like if they had some Marvel like talent in their house, oh my God, these books would be outselling everyone. You know, they kept it at a low price. Look, they even still keep the old newspaper print, like the old school comics. Now, I read a little bit of it last night, but you know, kind of a post-apocalyptic thing. I know he goes and kills some fucking bad guys. It's kind of like the good, the bad, and the ugly meets freaking Resident Evil. Okay. The next book we have is Death or Glory 1. And I thought this was an awesome cover. Beautiful cover, actually. The only reason I got it because it kind of reminded me of Alex. You know, tough chick.
That's me.
Yeah. Taking on the long arm of the law. One bullet at a time. One bullet at a time. You know, because that's how it should be. No, we support our police. Kinda. Sorry. Okay. I know nothing about this book, but I've heard good things. And it's from Image. It's Gideon Falls. I think it's another zombie type book. But people have been raving about it. And I was like, it was cheap enough, whatever. I'll check it out. I got Gideon Falls 1 and then I got the Gideon Falls 2. Just to kind of give them a little perusing. And then they had their trade paperbacks on sale yesterday. Buy one, get one. And we got The Dark Side War, Power of the Gods. And this book basically goes over the god power that everybody got. You know, Batman became the god of knowledge. You know, Lex Luthor, god of apocalypse. Superman, god of strength. Green Lantern, god of light. But my favorite is Shazam, god of gods. Because Shazam is my favorite. I don't know. I'm a Shazam guy. Superman, a little too perfect. Sorry. Wonder Woman. They killed off Zeus. They killed off Hercules. Those were the people that Shazam's powers were tied to. So how are they going to bring back Shazam if they've killed all the old gods?
How do you kill a god?
One of the new gods, well, Grail was killing him, which was the daughter of Darkseid, to feed Darkseid, to grow him into a full adult again. But, and I know, and in the Darkseid War, you know, they tied Shazam's powers to the new gods, but I don't know any of them gods. You know, I don't know them. I like the way Shazam used to be, but I do like the costume that they drew up for him, which is kind of cool looking. The next book we got was Flash, Savage World, Volume 7, and this is something Mrs. picked out. She's a big Flash fan, and it's really pretty artwork in there. But other than that, oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
just so happened they gave me my favorite Ninja Turtle
They gave it
yesterday
to us for free.
for free. And it's Donatello. This is a Donatello piggy bank, but I thought it was pretty righteous.
Hold it up next to you.
You know, that was our. Oh yeah, they gave us these.
Oh yeah.
We were there. The free comic day thing. Bracelets. And yes, we are nerdy enough to wear them. And you know, they gave us stickers and a few pins and stuff like that. You know.
Show 'em the pin.
And she got herself a cool Spider-Gwen pin. I got a cool Batman pin, and it was just, you know, the classic Batman symbol or whatnot, and it's on my hoodie in the house. But free comic book day. But once again, I'm Cosco, and this is Comics Down. I hope you enjoyed.